Casanova's been snitched on. Does Queenzflip care for the youth? Stay tuned. What up, y'all? It's your boy Queenzflip. Make sure you subscribe, turn your notification on, put it on all so you can get notified when I go live. There's a rat in the stable. There's a rat in the stable. Casanova was snitched on. They have a cooperating witness that snitched on Casanova. And a lot of times, man, if you're not built for this, man, you shouldn't go do that. You see, they're putting a lot of these guys that tell in the street to infiltrate these gangs and situations to bring them down. Cool, right? But pay attention. We have to stop glorifying snitching. We have to stop. And ever since, the Alpo situation, the 6ix9ine situation where the people who told come back to the neighborhoods and walk around proud after they do things, it sort of puts a stain on society, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Because a lot of people that told, they're the ones encouraging you to do the nonsense. They're the ones that backing you doing the nonsense. A lot of them that told, a lot of them do that. A lot of them. I mean, there's some younger people. When I mean younger people on the bottom of the totem pole, there's some people on the bottom of the totem pole that still tell when they get in ranks, but neither here nor there. Casanova's been told on. Let me say this. We got to stop glorifying snitching. But a lot of you complain that I don't hold the rappers accountable because I say free him. I broke bread with Casanova. I put Cass and Hassan Campbell on the phone. I was around him. I shook his hand. I looked at his face as a man. He has a family. I'm thinking from a father perspective of a daughter losing her father because of his choices, of a wife losing her husband because of his choices. A lot of y'all family members do a lot of bad things and y'all still say freedom. Y'all still put money on the books. We talking about heinous things. We talking about things that is immorally incorrect. Now, if somebody does something like that, I will cross that bridge when I get there. A lot of times we like to throw stones and blame the person. Now, when I say free somebody, can you condemn me? Because I'm not saying guilty to proven innocent because I don't have all the proof because you think I'm persuading the youth. We all been persuaded as children. I was a follower, meaning that I wanted to follow the trends. I wanted the cars. I wanted the homes. I wanted the girls. I wanted all that. I did. You did too. Some of you did too. We followed the stories. This is why we look up all these stories and the gang stories and the stories of gangsters in the street. It gets a lot of views because our environment love a Robin Hood story. Our environment love a Cinderella story. We love a person that comes up from poverty and being able to succeed. From our neighborhood, he's like me. I want to be like him. We all listen to music. We all follow that trend. Let's keep it 100. Now that we're fathers, we're parents, of course it's different. I see my little son holding up gun signs and doing all this stuff, and I'm like, what are you doing? Listening to drill, they hyping, hurting other people's. I don't stand with that, but I'm able to relate to the youth, and prevention is better than the cure. You see, you guys want me to say, oh, you shouldn't do this. Is the music doing this and do that, and it's good for you. I would never say that about somebody I know. I would never say that about my worst enemy because I wasn't raised like that. There's still some sort of principles and morals in me. This is why the youth can relate to me. The youth are not slow. They're not dumb. They don't want to be talked down on. They want to be related to. And in order for me to relate to them, they still got some principles because this is why, quote unquote, they're doing what they're doing for the. It's blind leading the blind, but I have to be the pair of eyes to show them that even if you believe in this, there's a different way to do it. There's a way to still stick to your principles and morals and live your life how you want to live it. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm a father. I'm not a daddy. I'm active in my children's life. I'm a father. I'm not a daddy. I'm active in my children's life. I say that with confidence. You understand? I'm able to watch them. A lot of y'all don't want to admit. A lot of y'all are out of y'all children's life because of the baby mother giving you trouble. So you say, I don't feel like dealing with that. So he'll reach me when he get older. And then you want to complain because you see an opportunity. Are you an active father? Are you an active uncle? Are you an active grandfather? Do you see your children? Are you out there in their life? Are you putting pause on them when they go down that direction? Are you risking them loving you in order to keep them out of trouble? If you're not doing that, stop commenting. If you're not doing that, stop commenting. I'm a father. I'm not a daddy. So nobody in the comments can tell me that I want my kids. Or you got kids. We got kids. Flip. We shouldn't do that. Nah. I'm still a principled man. I'm still a man that I know this man. I broke bread with him. I know he has a family. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that if he did the crime, he should do whatever comes with that. You know what I mean? He's a man. He has to hold himself accountable, but you have to hold yourself accountable as well. You have to hold yourself accountable as well. You see, a lot of times, when's the last time you looked in? You see, a lot of us do this, but what about the three fingers pointing back at us? What have you held yourself accountable for? Are you a father that prevented or tried to stop your son from listening to music or your children from doing that? Did you go to the house and look in their room like mothers used to do back in the days and find guns and throw them away? Huh? Did you take did you exhaust every sort of resources? As you exhausted? Yeah, it's easier to paint a picture of the big bad wolf making noise, making music, and it's easier to do that. But did you did you go through all your resources for your child? Did you throw the radio away? Did you throw the computer away? You can't have it both ways, can you? If you're not going to be able to relate and talk to them, then go make them go cold turkey. Did you do that? A lot of times, a lot of you parents try to be their friends. You want to be their friends and understand, no, that's your child. That's not your friend. So you must go to the extent of the earth to protect them from becoming a failure to the system because our environment make us like that. So when I say free Casanova, I'm saying it as a friend, like you would say it. That doesn't mean I'm glorifying. That doesn't mean I think what is happening is good. I don't want to see a friend go to prison, but he has to hold himself accountable, which he has done. You know what I mean? He has and he will, because that's just the makeup of in his DNA. Now it's time to make sure his family is good and represent. I'm not gonna sit here and kick things down and make fun of things. I'm not doing that. Snitching is being glorified. It is. It is. So you telling the youth, so you want the youth to understand that it's okay to go out there and do a crime as long as you telling somebody you're doing it with and come home, you could do it again. A lot of these snitches are doing crime again and again and again and again and again. A lot of them. A lot of them. That's what we want to teach them? That's what we want to teach? Potentially putting your life in danger and your family's life in danger? That's what we want to teach them? If it was okay to snitch and be who you are, why would people move away and go into witness protection? Come on, you got to think about it. Think about it. Think what's being glorified on our screen today. So I can relate to the youth, because a lot of the youth come and they want me to go to the high school. Yo, Unc, we rock with you, Queenzflip. I agree with you. I saw your blog, Unc, fire. Yeah, I understand, but you know the drilling is what we do and all that. No, you can't do that. Yeah, I get it. I get it. They said you got to relate to them. I don't talk down on them. Casanova had a snitch in his camp. Somebody snitched on him to get lesser time because the actions that he decided, right? Cool. I'm not going to berate him. I'm not going to bombard him. I'm going to say he's learning his lesson. He understanding life. And I want him to be home. I want a lot of people to be home. That's just how I was raised. With me, it's always innocent until proven guilty. It's always innocent. You know what I mean? A lot of times we making fun of the music, and they're using music against the people that make it, but they are making billions of dollars off these musics. You see, you can't have it both ways. They're making billions of dollars. The industry, the execs, the labels are making billions of dollars off the same music that's talked about hurting people. What about you? Why don't you share the music that's talking about uplifting and righteous? Why are they so much underground? Are you playing that in your home? Are you playing Kirk Franklin? You got to take accountability as well as me. I'm from Queens.